Out of all the different people that I've treated before, the people that I see get left behind the most by traditional PT are adults who tear their ACL. Like I was even just having this conversation with somebody the other day, and they tore their ACL, and I asked them how long their rehab process was, how long they were in PT, and they said 1 month, 1 single month. And just for context, the usual ACL rehab is anywhere 9 months is really the bare minimum that we like to see for somebody to go back to playing sports. Up to 12 months, 9 to 12 months range is where we like to be. So when you hear somebody say 1 month, we're not even close, okay? So, and this is not the only person I've ever heard say this. There's a lot of people, let's say I've seen 2 months, 3, like 3 is usually probably on the high end too. And every time I hear the people say, yeah, my PT said, they've taken me as far as they can take me. When they say that that's as far as they can take you, but it's only been 1 month out of the 9 total, that's a huge problem. Now you have to figure it out all on your own. And there's a lot to ACL rehab. I talk a lot about the 3 phases of rehab when we talk about the recover phase, the rebuild phase, and the excel phase. And for any adult who really loves to play sports and you have an ACL tear, you have to see it through all 3 phases. Where are you at that 1 month phase? Typically, you've just gotten a lot of your quad strength back. Hopefully you've gotten all your knee range of motion back, and the swelling should be down by this point. But we're pretty low level in terms of what we're doing when it comes to your sport. I mean, you're not doing any running yet. You're not doing any cutting, jumping. I mean, that's not for months and months down the road. And now you need to figure out how to progress your strength on your own. And let's be honest, unless you're a PT or a strength and conditioning coach, like you're not going to be able to do that phase on your own successfully. For people that this happens to, I like to remind them that you're not screwed and you haven't lost all hope of getting your knee back right. You just got to restart now your rehab process with the correct plan ahead of you. Usually, depending on what kind of ACL graft they use for you, you're going to have some kind of associated weakness. Quad tendon, patellar tendon, there's usually a little more quad weakness that follows. With the hamstring grafts, there usually is a little more hamstring weakness. So we also need to be rehabbing whatever spot is that they took the graft from. But really where people run into the biggest issues is the quad strength. Most people don't have that symmetrical quad strength back. And too many times I see this disguised as people thinking that their knee is just always going to be this way and this is just how things are now. But really, it's just a strength deficit. So on top of that quad weakness, I also see it a lot with people in their ability to land from jumps. You might find that when you jump and you land on one leg, on your surgical leg, you might land with a little stiffer leg and it doesn't feel so nice when you land on it. When the quad's weak, it's not gonna want to let the leg bend when you hit the ground. So you're gonna land with this stiff peg leg, if you will. So when it comes to the plyometrics, really the biggest place to start is working on landings. So even if it's just doing quick taps to a single leg stick, where you're looking like this video right here. As you can see, I'm bending my knee and really landing in almost like a quarter squat, and that's gonna allow us to really absorb that force through the knee better and retrain the knee how to do that. So if you're an adult who tore their ACL, you kind of felt like you got thrown off to the side, you cut your rehab way too short, just know that it's not the end of your playing days. We just gotta get you back on the right track. And remember that ACL rehab process, if done right, is no shorter than 9 months. So if you went back to playing sports on your own at 5 months, you felt like crap and you have not been the same since, you really are gonna need to take some time, maybe 4 or 5 months, just trying to finish out that rehab process that wasn't totally done yet. And you need a little more help with this. Make sure to hit the follow button, hit the like, or share this with somebody else who's in this situation. There's too many people out there who are dealing with this and don't understand that it's a fixable problem. So let's make sure that we get you back in the game.